Welcome to Digest, your shortcut to books and ideas. Today, we are delving into Robert Greene's definitive guide to power dynamics, the 48 Laws of Power. Each law is a guiding principle based on a deep study of human relationships and the search for influence. They are more than just ideas. They are proven strategies that have helped people succeed in challenging social, political, and professional situations. Whether you want to lead, succeed in business, or get along better with others, these laws can really help you grasp the ins and outs of power and help you succeed. Now, let's dive in. Law 1. Never outshine the master. It's important to always follow the leader's direction. Never overshadow those in positions of authority above you. These kinds of actions can unintentionally stir up envy or insecurity in them, which might lead to a cycle of jealousy. As a result, you might face unintended consequences that could jeopardize your standing or progress. It's a delicate balancing act where you need to show your skills and accomplishments without drawing unwanted attention or making those in higher positions feel uneasy. True brilliance shines best when it supports and complements those in authority, rather than competing with or overshadowing them. Law 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Be cautious about the people you trust. Even close friends might have secret motives or give in to temptations that could work against your best interests. To handle this complexity, learn how to understand people's true motivations. Use surprise to your advantage by turning potential enemies into valuable friends. Enemies, loyal to their own goals, are often more reliable and predictable. It's a strategic risk where the possible benefits of using an enemy are greater than the dangers. The key is to understand the psychology behind both relationships and use it to your advantage in the complex game of power. Law 3. Conceal your intentions. Your intentions are your strongest weapon. Therefore, it is wise to keep them mysterious, so that others stay constantly curious about your real intentions. By maintaining an element of mystery, you not only increase curiosity, but also reduce the chance that others will develop defensive tactics against you. In this complex game of influence, keeping a touch of unpredictability is the key to keeping your opponents alert and to carrying out your strategies smoothly. Law 4. Always say less than necessary. Words have the ability to both uplift and destroy. Therefore, it is important to be careful and deliberate in choosing your words. The less you speak, the less likely your words can be turned against you. In this strategic world, knowing when to speak little shows your intelligence and is a powerful way to stay in control. Law 5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. Your reputation is a valuable asset in the ruthless world of power. Once it becomes tarnished, restoring it could be extremely difficult. Even the slightest hint of scandal or suspicion can significantly undermine your accomplishments and reputation. To succeed in this challenging field, it is essential to protect your reputation with constant care. Maintain the highest levels of honesty, professionalism, and quality in everything you do. In the eyes of others, your reputation forms the foundation of your influence and authority. Law 6. Court attention at all costs. In a world where visibility equals power, it's crucial to capture attention whenever and wherever possible. Whether through achievements, charisma, or calculated moves, make sure you're noticed and remembered. Being in the spotlight fuels your influence and amplifies your impact. Don't avoid the spotlight. Step into it with purpose, and you'll see your influence extend across a wide range of opportunities. Law 7. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. Success isn't just about completing the work. It's also about gaining recognition for it. Although assigning tasks to others can be efficient, it is just as important to make sure you are acknowledged for their achievements. Develop a reputation for strategic insight and let others handle the specifics. This approach allows you to project authority while smoothly achieving your objectives. Law 8. Make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. It is often more effective to draw others toward you than to chase them directly. Set out appealing bait and observe as your potential prospects are drawn into your circle of influence. This approach not only gives you a sense of control, but also enables you to observe and evaluate those seeking your attention. Law 9. Win through your actions, never through argument. Actions truly speak louder than words. What you do is far more important. Although arguments might appear to be a way to support your viewpoint, they can quickly turn into distractions from your main objective. Winning is about achieving results, not about silencing opposition. So focus your energy on taking decisive actions that showcase your capabilities and drive you closer to victory. Law 10. Infection. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to attract negativity and bad luck like a magnet? The people around you can significantly influence your mindset and success. You should avoid people who are always unhappy, unlucky, or stuck in a cycle of bad luck. These people often carry negativity and unintentionally spread their pessimistic energy to those around them. By recognizing this influence, you can consciously avoid absorbing their negativity and maintain a more positive and fortunate trajectory in life. Law 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. When you position yourself as someone whom others cannot do without, you increase your power and control over them. For example, imagine becoming indispensable at your workplace by consistently delivering exceptional results and building a reputation for reliability. As your colleagues or even superiors come to depend on your expertise, you elevate your status and influence within the organization. However, it is crucial to maintain a balance and make sure that the reliance is mutual and not exploitative. Aim to create a dynamic where you are seen as a critical asset, someone whose absence would be genuinely felt and who can bring value to those around you. Law 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. By being selectively truthful and generous towards your rivals or potential enemies, you can break down their defenses and create a more favorable impression. For instance, during a negotiation, revealing information that is not in your immediate interest but could benefit the other party can establish trust and goodwill. Similarly, offering help or resources to someone who might become a valuable ally can be a way to cultivate a positive relationship. The key is to be sincere and genuine in your honesty and generosity, while also considering the broader implications and potential benefits for your long-term goals. Law 13. When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never to their mercy or gratitude. Rather than solely relying on someone's mercy or gratitude, it is wiser to appeal to their self-interest when asking for help. For example, instead of saying, "I know I'm asking a lot, but could you help me with this project?" you could say, "Helping me with this project would not only benefit me, but it would also give you a chance to showcase your skills to the team." By highlighting the mutual benefits and aligning your requests with the other person's goals, you increase the likelihood of receiving the support you need. Remember, people are more likely to help when they perceive a clear benefit to themselves. Law 14. Pose as a friend, work as a spy. Even when dealing with friends or close associates, it's wise to maintain a level of vigilance and gather information discreetly. For instance, if you start a business partnership, it's wise to make sure you clearly understand the terms and expectations. By carefully observing and asking questions, you can assess the credibility and intentions of the people you're dealing with. This law encourages you to be aware of your surroundings and the actions of those around you, always staying one step ahead to anticipate potential challenges or conflicts. Law 15. Crush your enemy totally. When faced with opposition or conflict, you should strive to crush your enemy totally, leaving no room for resurgence. For example, if you are competing in a business deal and your rival makes a low offer to undercut you, it might be tempting to match or beat their offer to secure the deal. Instead, aim to crush your competitor by offering an unbeatable deal that leaves them with no chance of winning. By eliminating the threat entirely, you can protect your position and prevent future challenges from the same source. Law 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. By limiting your availability and creating a sense of absence, you can make people appreciate and respect you more. For example, if you are known for solving complex problems in your field, but you take some time away to recharge, people may begin to view your expertise and problem-solving skills in a new light. They may start to realize how much they relied on you and how difficult it is to find someone who can match your abilities. The key is to strike a balance between establishing your value and creating a sense of scarcity without diminishing your effectiveness. Law 17. Keep others in suspended terror. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. Maintaining an element of unpredictability can be a powerful tool in influencing others. By keeping people guessing about your actions or reactions, you create a sense of uncertainty and suspense. This can be especially effective in situations where you want to maintain control or discourage others from taking you for granted. For example, in business negotiations, you can keep your opponents on their toes by presenting unexpected solutions or making decisions that defy their expectations. By demonstrating that you are not easily predictable, you can keep them off balance and increase your leverage in achieving your objectives. Law 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. While it's natural to want to protect yourself from harm or criticism, building impenetrable fortresses can lead to greater dangers. It's important to recognize that true strength comes from strategic alliances and a strong network of relationships. For example, a country that isolates itself from the rest of the world eventually weakens its economy, culture, and diplomatic influence. Similarly, in your personal life, distancing yourself too far from others can lead to feelings of loneliness, diminished perspectives, and a lack of support. Law 19. Know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. Each individual has their own background, values, and motivations. Taking the time to understand these nuances can prevent misunderstandings and potential conflicts. For example, before engaging in a heated debate with a colleague, consider their personality and background. If they are easily offended or harbor personal biases, it may be wise to choose your words carefully or find a different approach to the discussion. By investing in understanding others, you can foster better relationships and navigate interactions more effectively. Law 20. Do not commit to anyone. Don't make firm promises or agreements that could restrict your freedom or choices. By remaining uncommitted, you maintain the freedom to explore different opportunities and respond to changing circumstances. In a world that often demands loyalty and dedication, this can be counterintuitive. But sometimes stepping back from rigid commitments allows you to pursue what truly aligns with your evolving interests and goals. For example, instead of committing to a long-term project that may not be fulfilling, you can choose to focus on shorter-term endeavors that offer more flexibility and the opportunity to learn new skills. Law 21. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seem dumber than your mark. Take on a role where you seem underestimated or give the impression of being less smart than you really are. By doing so, you might surprise others, make them feel safe when they shouldn't, and eventually lead them to make bad decisions. For example, in a negotiation, pretending to be more gullible than your counterpart may cause them to exploit you. However, this law cautions against going too far in this deception, as it could lead to significant disadvantages or losses. Law 22. Use the surrender tactic. Transform weakness into power. Sometimes it's wise to take a step back. Allow your opponent to overextend, and you may discover an opportunity to gain the upper hand. For instance, during a battle, an experienced military strategist might pretend to be weak and withdraw, tricking the enemy into believing they have won. When the enemy becomes overconfident and vulnerable, The strategist can then launch a counterattack, exploiting their opponent's weakened state. Law 23. Concentrate your forces. By concentrating your efforts, you increase the impact of your actions and enhance your chances of success. For example, rather than spreading yourself too thin by pursuing multiple projects or ventures, concentrate your forces on the one that aligns most with your long-term goals and passions. By dedicating your full attention and effort to a single endeavor, you can maximize your potential for achievement and make a significant impact. Law 24. Play the perfect courtier. Being the perfect courtier means understanding the complexities of social situations, knowing how to read others, and moving through different settings with ease. This involves developing the ability to communicate effectively, build relationships, and adapt to various social situations. For instance, a skilled diplomat comprehends international relations and navigates complex negotiations with the finesse of a seasoned courtier. Law 25. Recreate yourself. Avoid becoming predictable or stagnant. By continually recreating yourself, you keep your options open and ensure that you remain relevant in different situations. For example, if you find yourself in a career that no longer fulfills you, consider reinventing yourself by acquiring new skills or exploring different industries. The key is to embrace change and ensure that you don't limit yourself to a single identity or path in life. Law 26. Keep your hands clean. Avoid direct involvement in controversial or dirty matters. For example, if your company asks you to do something that feels a bit shady, you'd find a way to avoid getting directly involved. Instead of doing what they asked, you might suggest a different approach or find a way to be assigned to a different project. It's not about refusing work. It's about avoiding any ethical mess later. By keeping your hands clean, you protect your image and influence, ensuring that even if the controversial matter does not go your way, you remain untarnished. Law 27. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. This law highlights the psychological impact of crafting a charismatic and compelling story that others are inspired to support. It explores the principles of leadership and the art of influence. For instance, a politician promising a new era of prosperity can create a cult-like following by tapping into people's desperation for hope and a better future. By exploiting people's desire for belief and belonging, you can build a dedicated following that is loyal and committed to your cause. Law 28. Enter action with boldness. Act decisively and with confidence. This law encourages boldness and assertiveness when pursuing goals. It's a reminder that decisive action can create momentum and intimidate potential opponents. For example, when giving a presentation, don't just read the slides. Walk in with confidence and show you know the topic. The audience will listen more and be impressed. By embracing boldness and decisiveness in your actions, you can achieve remarkable results and inspire awe in others. Law 29. Plan all the way to the end. Anticipate and plan for all possible outcomes. By considering various scenarios and potential consequences, you can be better prepared to navigate unexpected challenges and make informed decisions. For instance, a chess player needs to think several moves ahead, predict all possible counter-moves from their opponent, and prepare for each one. Anticipating potential problems and devising solutions beforehand can increase your chances of success and help you stay on course when the unexpected occurs. Law 30. Make your accomplishments seem effortless. Present your achievements as if they were easy to attain. By making your accomplishments appear effortless, you enhance your image and create an aura of competence and mastery. For example, the effortless grace of a skilled ballet dancer comes from years of disciplined practice. The audience sees the polished performance, but not the countless hours of work behind it. By cultivating the ability to make your accomplishments look effortless, you impress and inspire others while maintaining an air of mystery and admiration. Law 31. Control the options. Get others to play with the cards you deal. This law emphasizes the importance of being in control of the choices available in a situation. By limiting the options of others and influencing the alternatives, you gain a strategic advantage. For instance, a skilled salesperson steers the negotiation toward a preferred outcome by thoughtfully presenting the customer with different options. By mastering the art of controlling the cards on the table, you can shape the decisions of others and increase the likelihood of achieving your objectives. Law 32. Play to people's fantasies. Appeal to people's desires and fantasies to gain their favor. By aligning with people's dreams and fantasies, you can create a deeper connection and increase your influence. For instance, consider the entertainment industry, where stories often revolve around the fantasies and desires of the audience. These stories take viewers to magical worlds, offering an escape from reality. By using shared fantasies, entertainers can hold their audience's attention and leave a strong impact. When you understand and cater to the fantasies of your audience or customers, you can forge a strong bond with them and stand out from the competition. Law 33. Discover each man's thumbscrew. Identify the weaknesses and vulnerabilities of others to gain leverage. Everyone has a key vulnerability or pressure point. By understanding and exploiting these weaknesses, you can influence and control others more effectively. For instance, a skilled manipulator might exploit a person's fear of losing social status to gain leverage over them. By playing on this fear, the manipulator can manipulate the individual into doing what they want, such as agreeing to a business deal or keeping secrets. Being aware of the potential weaknesses and vulnerabilities of others allows you to navigate relationships strategically and position yourself to influence their behavior. Law 34. Be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king to be treated like one. By behaving as if you are of high status, you influence how others perceive and treat you. For instance, think about a monarch who behaves with grace and dignity, earning the respect and admiration of their people. By adopting a comparable, dignified attitude, you can enhance your presence and shape the way others respond to you. Law 35. Master the art of timing. Understand the importance of timing in all your actions. By mastering the art of timing, you can enhance the impact of your decisions and maneuvers. For example, a boxer's ability to read their opponent's movements and deliver blows at the right moment makes them more formidable and increases their chances of winning the fight. Similarly, whether it's making a crucial business proposal or seizing a perfect moment for personal growth, timing is a critical factor. By honing your timing, you can execute actions that resonate effectively and yield the best results. Law 36. Disdain things you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge. Focus on what you can achieve rather than what you can't control, so you avoid frustration, resentment, and bitterness. For example, instead of complaining about the promotion you didn't get, focus on excelling at your own job and let your results speak for themselves. It's about finding peace in acceptance and recognizing that you have the power to shape your own destiny by concentrating on what you can influence. Law 37. Create compelling spectacles. Capture attention through dramatic and memorable events. By creating unforgettable experiences or events, you can captivate the attention of those around you. This principle is particularly relevant in situations where you want to stand out, influence others, or leave a memorable mark. Whether it's organizing a grand celebration, hosting an extraordinary event, or making a bold statement, the goal is to create spectacles that will be talked about and remembered. Law 38. Think as you like, but behave like others. Strike a balance between individuality and conformity. While it's essential to have your own thoughts and opinions, this law recognizes the importance of adapting your behavior to fit in and maintain social harmony. For example, when attending a wedding, you can think that the formal attire is unnecessary, but you should still wear a suit or dress like the other guests. It's about reading social cues, being adaptable, and maintaining a harmonious existence within a community. Law 39. Stir up waters to catch fish. Create chaos to exploit the opportunities that arise in the confusion. This law acknowledges that turmoil and chaos can create openings for those who are prepared to take advantage of them. For example, a politician might start a public debate on a sensitive issue, knowing it will provoke their rivals into making careless mistakes. It's about recognizing that amidst chaos, there are opportunities waiting to be seized. However, it's important to act carefully and wisely, ensuring that you navigate the murky waters strategically to come out on top. Law 40. Despise the free lunch. Be wary of offers that seem too good to be true. This law encourages a healthy dose of skepticism and discernment when presented with seemingly generous offers or opportunities. For example, an all-expense-paid vacation comes with the expectation that you will promote the resort on your social media. It's a reminder that nothing comes without a price, and that what appears to be free often has hidden strings attached. Law 41. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. Do not try to replace or imitate someone who holds a powerful or influential position. Stepping into the shoes of a legendary figure can be daunting and may invite unfavorable comparisons. For example, a son might choose a different path from his father's political career and become a successful musician. It's a reminder that greatness is not inherited, but rather earned through one's own efforts and achievements. Law 42. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. Target leaders to weaken and disorient their followers. By undermining or eliminating the shepherd, you create confusion and disarray among the followers, weakening their unity and resolve. This principle is often used in warfare or political maneuvering, where taking out the leader can effectively dismantle a cohesive unit. It highlights the importance of understanding the dynamics of groups and the pivotal role played by their leaders. Law 43. Work on the hearts and minds of others. Influence people emotionally to gain their loyalty and support. By appealing to the hearts and minds of others, you can cultivate deep connections, gain their trust, and ultimately secure their loyalty and support. For instance, a political candidate might focus their campaign on emotional stories of struggle and hope to win over voters, rather than just on their policy platforms. Therefore, understanding and appealing to these emotional aspects can be a powerful tool in gaining influence and building strong relationships. Law 44. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. Reflect people's behavior back at them to manipulate their emotions. By reflecting their behavior back at them, you can catch them off guard, trigger their own emotions and reactions, and gain a sense of control in the interaction. For instance, by calmly reflecting your opponent's angry accusations back at them, you can disarm their rage and make them look foolish. It's about the psychological impact of mirroring that can be used to disarm potentially volatile situations or to elicit cooperation and understanding. Law 45. Preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. By preaching the need for change while implementing reforms gradually, you allow individuals to adjust to new ideas or systems at a pace that feels comfortable to them. For example, a new CEO supports remote work, but introduces it step by step, rolling it out to each department over a year. It's about recognizing that rapid or drastic change can be overwhelming and lead to backlash. Law 46. Never appear too perfect. Displaying flaws and vulnerabilities can make you more relatable and less threatening. People may feel more comfortable around you because they see you as someone who is genuinely human, rather than an intimidatingly flawless individual. For instance, a politician gives a speech acknowledging a minor mistake they made, which makes them seem more relatable and trustworthy to voters. It reminds us that perfection can create distance, while imperfections can bridge the gap between people. Law 47. Do not go past the mark you aimed for. In victory, know when to stop. It reminds individuals to stay grounded and know when to stop before they overstep their boundaries or risk a backlash. For example, winning an argument by calmly stating your points and then stopping, rather than continuing to argue and risking a new conflict. It's a call for restraint, balance, and wisdom in all endeavors, reminding us that sometimes it's better to leave them wanting more and to risk losing what has already been achieved. Law 48. Assume formlessness. Adapt to different situations and circumstances by remaining flexible and formless. By embracing formlessness, you free yourself from rigid expectations and constraints, allowing you to respond organically to whatever challenges or opportunities may arise. For example, as a company, you want to avoid a rigid structure and constantly shift your business model to stay ahead of competitors. It's about understanding that sometimes the ability to adapt, improvise, and mold yourself to different contexts can be the key to success. And there you have it, the 48 Laws of Power. These laws offer timeless insights into the complexities of human interactions and the strategies that can help you navigate them effectively. Remember that power often lies in perception, strategy, and adaptability. As you incorporate these principles into your life, you'll gain a deeper understanding of human nature and the dynamics that drive our interactions. We hope you learned something new today. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Thank you for watching. Until next time.